All right, hold on, guys. I'm about to set up this sound now so y'all can hear me. I don't know why it's not. All right, can y'all hear me now? Yeah, I don't know why it didn't do that. I don't know why it didn't set up for. All right, can y'all hear me now? All right, I guess we'll go there. Can y'all hear me now? I guess I'll go this way. I don't know what's going on. Usually, I don't have this much trouble. Yeah, I don't never have this much trouble. This is crazy. If y'all can hear me on audio, please type one. Everybody that's there, please type one. So that way I can continue discussing what's going on. All right, good. Whew, man. I tell y'all. All right. So let me get out of here. Let's see if I can. Thank you for the super heart. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all with the super heart tonight because I definitely need it. All right, guys. So as I was saying before everything got crazy interrupted here, is that on tonight that if I sound like I don't sound like myself, it's because I had some death in the family. My uncle passed away. My great uncle passed away. Unfortunately, they did not have insurance for him, and I probably will have a GoFundMe link down below. And if you want to help with that, that's fine. Whatever you want to do. If not, like I said, I understand. Now, another thing I also want to point out as well too is that if it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Now, since I got everybody can hear me now with all this audio stuff, we are going to jump in and talk about what's going on in conservative news. So this week was been a crazy week, right? Yeah, we're going to be talking about Rachel Levine and Rand Paul, doctor versus doctor. We're going to talk about that. We also going to discuss a little bit about what's going on CPAC this week, how a lot of these rhinos are flipping so they can kiss the feet of President Donald J. Trump because they know he's going to run possibly in 2024, that was possibly the announcement he's going to probably talk about Sunday when he gets to the podium. I'll also talk about that. We also going to discuss a little bit about Bezos removing a book that is a conservative book, and he did not want it to be in his store. We're going to talk about that. We also going to discuss Michigan Governor Whitmer, who also maybe possibly investigated about what happened at her nursing home facilities. Let's see what else we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about what's going on with the stimulus, what's going to be included and what's not. And we're just going to discuss all the things that is going on around the nation that we talked about this week. Just a recap and some new further things. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead on and we are going to jump. And thank you for the love, Chris. We're going to jump into what is actually going on around the world today. So first things first on the news, we are going to talk about McConnell. We're going to talk about McConnell saying that he would back President Trump if he gets elected, gets nominated. That's right. That's what McConnell said, that if President Trump gets nominated, he's going to back him. So let me get into this story here. I got to pull it up. Let's see here. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to pull it up now. Here we go. So, Mitch McConnell said he would support Trump if GOP nominee in 2024. Now, we already know how that relationship has been between Mitch McConnell and President Trump. It ain't been good. It's been a lot rocky. We know that President Trump and him have not seen eye to eye on everything there is when it comes to political stances. We know that McConnell is for the establishment and President Donald J. Trump is definitely for the people. But Donald J. Trump has revolutionized how everything is going in the political parties. So with that being said, they need Donald J. Trump. I mean, everybody knows that. Without Donald J. Trump, they don't have nothing. I mean, that's just facts. So this is how it's looking so far with that whole episode here. Let's see here. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Senator Minority Leader Mitch McConnell out of Kentucky said Thursday he would absolutely support Donald Trump if the former president won the Republican nomination in 2024. Let's read more into this. I don't want to hear it. However, McConnell told special report host Brett Baier that there's a lot to happen between now and 2024. I got at least 4 members. I think they are planning on running for president, plus governors and others. There's no incumbent. So it should be a wide open race and fun for you all to cover. You see how he put that there, right? He put that there because McConnell knows that anybody that runs against President Trump is not going to be successful because basically President Donald J. Trump is the Republican Party. And with that being said, yeah, I mean he would win over in a landslide. He would be the nominee. There's no question. There's nobody out here that has as much influence as he does. Now, he also said McConnell was lambasted by the former president, which you know what went down at the Capitol on January the 6th. And, Trump basically, jumped on his ass for what he said. Now, McConnell responded to, we gained seats in the House. We elected 50 Republican senators, which everybody was predicted. We were going to lose the Senate. The Democrats didn't flip a single state legislature. We flipped it too and signed up a governor. The Republican Party had a very good day on November 3rd. McConnell continued. We sorry we lost the White House, but the Republican Party demonstrated once again that this is a 50-50 nation. We are very competitive, and we will be competitive again in 2022. McConnell also dismissed the speculation that there's a civil war within the GOP, saying the real disunity lies with House Democrats. The progressives made it extremely difficult for Nancy Pelosi to operate, given the narrow margin she has overall in the House. Meanwhile, according to McConnell, I think the Biden administration is making it easy for us to get together. I think we're unified in opposition to this new administration's extremely progressive approach. President Biden has made it quite easy for us to get together. Baier finished the interview by asking what McConnell's message is to Trump supporters who may be concerned about the future of the Republican Party. I would say to everybody who's inclined to support our right of center Republican Party, let's focus on winning the House and the Senate in 2022, McConnell said. That was set up for the next nominee for president, whoever that may be, with the best chance to be victorious. Guys, listen. They need Donald J. Trump. It's just that simple. The Republican Party knows that with the stunt they did of impeaching the president, not standing up for President Trump, and then going after him as he became a citizen, is really pissed a lot of people off. It turned a lot of people off. Okay? And with that being said, People are not happy about that. People are very disappointed. So now they're going to have to do the right thing. The right thing is at this present time is to go ahead on and to support Donald J. Trump. And by supporting him, allowing him to continue the influence of the Republican Party. Because that's why McConnell did not do the vote. Oh man, here we go. One of my people in. Going pretty good, brother. Just preaching the truth to you guys. So that's why McConnell's doing it. And another reason why McConnell is supporting the party, because McConnell know that he's got a good chance of getting primaried for voting for pushing for President Trump to get impeached, to have that impeachment trial, but then reneged against it. So he's trying to save face. I mean, that's just what's going on. So I'm not surprised at all. Hey, what's going on, Black Widow? You need to join me on YouTube. Joel Davis Media Network. That's where I'm at. And what's going on, Dana? That's where I'm at tonight. Going live on that. And that's just what it is. It's saving face. It's not trying to get primary. Because everybody knows that right now, President Trump and his influence is going to cause a lot of people to get primaried. And a lot of these guys can't afford it. They need that money. They need that $100,000 plus a month. That $200,000 a year, excuse me. So that's why they trying to do whatever they can. All right, so another news story that we're going into next. Give me 1 second here. Let me get back into the grind here. Get back into the grind. Now, I might talk about a little bit of the CPAC speeches, but a lot of that is just too long. I'll just do a summary of it later. Right now, I want to jump into this next story that's very important to everybody. Situation. Give me 1 second. Right here, we're going to talk about two parts of the stimulus. The first part of the stimulus we're going to talk about is why the minimum wage was cut out and what it has done to these progressives. That's going to be the next thing we're going to discuss. Squad members AOC and Omar suggest Senate parliamentarian could be removed over minimum wage decision. House Reps Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, y'all know who that is, crazy ass OC, and Ilhan Omar, the angry Somalian. Oh shit. From Minnesota, lashed out at the Senate parliamentarian Elizabeth McDonald Friday after she rejected a progressive-backed proposal to include a federal minimum wage hike in President Biden's $1.9 million coronavirus relief package, suggesting that she might have to go over the decision. McDonald, a nonpartisan Senate official, determined that Biden's plan to increase the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour was out of order under special budget reconciliation rules. Democrats enacted to speed passage of the bill. Ocasio-Cortez and Omar, both members of the Progressive Squad, both indicated consideration should be given to removing her from her post over the decision. I think the parliamentarian was wrong on this call, and when you hear the arguments put forth by not just Senator Bernie Sanders' team, but overall, I think this was a really wrong decision. Even just on the merits of Ocasio-Cortez told reporters on Friday. When asked if she felt McDonald should be fired, the New York lawmaker said all options should be on the table. Biden's ongoing original proposal called for the federal minimum wage to gradually increase to $15 per hour by the year 2025. Budget reconciliation rules would allow Senate Democrats to pass Biden's package, all right, with a simple majority vote. But McDonnell determined that the minimum wage was not compliant with those rules. Omar, a vocal supporter of the wage hike, suggested that Democrats should seek to abolish the Senate filibuster following the dispute. I certainly do think there should be either an override or replacement, Omar said. This is our time to fight for American people, and we must do everything that we can. When asked to clarify which actions she supported, Omar suggested she was open to both. Replace her own to rule, whichever they can do, because this needs to get done. She added, there are no more excuses. GOP lawmakers have adamantly opposed the federal minimum wage hike, arguing the measure would kill jobs and hurt small businesses already struggling during the coronavirus pandemic. Republicans have raised concerns about the cost of Biden's relief plan, which includes federal aid for state and local governments. Senator Lindsey Graham, the ranking Republican member of the Senate Budget Committee, praised McDonnell for rejecting the wage proposal. This decision reinforces reconciliation cannot be used as a vehicle to pass major legislative change by either party on a simple majority vote. Graham wrote on Twitter. Guys, so this is how we got here. The conservatives, okay, had got the hookup. I mean, the conservatives gave them the hookup at first. They told them, listen, all you got to do is agree to $10 an hour. We do it all at one time for the federal minimum wage. Okay, people get a minimum wage raise. Small businesses won't get hurt. Now, the $1,400 that you want to give to the American people, you can do that, but there's some other stuff we're going to cut out. The Democrats didn't want to do that because they had a lot of fluff in there. They're trying to give money to these other countries, do these pauses. They want to make sure immigration is taken care of. They got all this other extra shit that makes no sense in the bill. So they didn't want to take that offer. So what happened is when it got to the people that can make the decisions, like the parliamentarian that's supposed to back it up, they were like, nah, we're not doing $15 an hour. That's stupid. That's just a race of bullshit. It doesn't even fit the guidelines. So now the progressives are like, okay, well, since y'all gonna do that, we want to get rid of the filibuster. Now, if you don't know what a filibuster is, I'm going to tell it to you in layman terms. It's basically a system in place to make sure that if you got a smaller, if you're like the minority, like what's going on within the Senate with the Republicans right now, you can use that filibuster to make sure that you have a vote into whatever stuff that they're trying to decide. And if they don't allow you to vote, they can't move forward. They don't want that. They want the filibuster removed. So all these other things they want to push, they have no opposition. They could go wide open and make it happen. Now, y'all know that's unconstitutional as hell. It's not going to work. That's not diplomatic. That's not democratic. I'm going back in these comments here. Y'all get in the comments. Talk to me. I know a lot of y'all watching. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going in the comments and let y'all talk, y'all, and reading all the comments. My man said it's all about the money. To them, they don't care about the American people like you and I and the rest. Biden don't even know where he's at. Small towns can't handle 15 an hour. You're right. All that what you just said is right. And that's the reason why it ain't going to go through, because there's too much red tape there. Too many small businesses that can get hurt. And even they said gradually trying to do it and, gradually raising it. That's not even good. That's not good either, because that's going to put even more stress on the mom and pop businesses. And not to mention big government is going to get involved and tell you who you can hire or who you can't. So it just ain't going to work. All right, we're gonna move on to the next story, guys, because I know I got crime news to do with y'all tonight. So I'm trying to make sure that y'all get the best of both worlds tonight. All righty. Next up that we talked about this week. We're gonna talk about Rand Paul versus Rachel Levine, because I know a lot of people, and thank y'all who supported me on that my rant this morning about that, because I really was upset about what was going on with that issue, because I really feel like that our children should not have that discussion, that choice. Me and my wife was talking about that actually last night. We was like, nobody should have a choice in the matter of when they should go out here and make a decision about if they want to have transgender surgery and all that stuff at a young age. You're 8 and 9 and 10 years old telling your parents you want to have transgender surgery. So we're gonna go into what Rand Paul did and how everybody responded. Now, I didn't talk about this part, but Patty Murray and a lot of other people got accused Rand Paul of harmful misrepresentations with questionings on child gender surgeries. Now, I'm going to read to y'all what happened story wise, and then I'll give you my recommendation of what I think about that situation. All right. So Rand Paul asks whether minors should be allowed to permanently change their genders Thursday. Okay. And Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee Chair Patty Murray, that is a Democrat out of Washington, accused him of making ideological and harmful misrepresentation. Paul likened gender transformation procedures to minors to genitalia mutilation and asked whether President Biden's nominee for assisted health secretaries in favor of allowing underage children to decide to undergo such treatments. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to do y'all a better justice. I'm going to show y'all, and we're going to break it down. We're going to look at the video together, what happened at this particular point of the game. Give me 1 second here, and we're about to look it up. Give me 1 second. About to do it right now. Because when I saw this, I was like, man, he ain't sparing nobody nothing. Nothing, man. One second here. Look at these videos. Give me 1 second here. All right. Hi, y'all. I'm finding the video right now. I'm pulling it up. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna have to break this down in segments because y'all know how it is with YouTube. When you streaming something of theirs, you got to pause, stop, and talk. I don't want to get flagged. So give me a minute we'll do a reaction video on this. Thank you for subscribing, Sherry Brooks. I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you. Thank you for Charlotte. Yeah, that's my city. Okay. Thank you, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Me and my wife appreciate all y'all subscribers. This is like therapy for me. Oh, shoot. I just heard my wife just got on me, y'all. She said I talk about... When we go out to eat, it's supposed to be around your time to talk about it. Well, I slacked up on that a lot. On that part. I have. My wife said I talk about politics too much. I'm trying to slow down on it. I'm talking politics in your sleep. She said I'm talking about it in my sleep now. Now that's scary. I ain't heard that part. I told her that hopefully one day that it'll make us some money in the long term with my talents. But I don't do it for just the money either. I do it because I know people need to know the information. And that's what's important. They said y'all appreciate my wife let me do this. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm just picking. I have to give you a hard time. She said she just picking. She like to give me a hard time. She have to. That's my girl. She know what we do. She know how we operate. All right, y'all. Give me 1 second here. All right, I'm gonna try to. I hope y'all guys can see it. I'm gonna get out of there and I'm gonna jump back in. So give me 1 second. I'm about to give this thing the whole thing, and then I'll jump back in. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm gonna be talking in the background. I'm gonna play it, and then we'll go from there and let you hear what they're saying.
Mutilation has been nearly universally condemned.
Try to see if I can get this echo. It's echoing. Hold on. All right, y'all. Now I'm about to play it. Has some echo in the background. Let's see.
Genital mutilation has been condemned.
I still hear the echo. Hold on. What is making it echo?
Condemned by the WHO.
All right, hold on.
The United Nations Children's Fund, the United Nations Population Fund. According to the WHO, genital mutilation is recognized internationally as a violation of human rights. Genital mutilation is considered particularly egregious because, as the WHO notes, it is nearly always carried out on minors and is a violation of the rights of children. Most genital mutilation is not typically performed by force, but as WHO notes, that by social convention, social norm, the social pressure to conform, to do what others do and have been doing, as well as the need to be accepted socially and the fear of being rejected by the community. American culture is now normalizing the idea that minors can be given hormones to prevent their biological development of their secondary sexual characteristics. Dr. Levine, you have supported both allowing minors to be given hormone blockers to prevent them from going through puberty, as well as surgical destruction of a minor's genitalia. Like surgical mutilation, hormonal interruption of puberty can permanently alter and prevent secondary sexual characteristics. The American College of Pediatricians reports that 80 to 95% of prepubertal children with gender dysphoria will experience resolution by
All right, can y'all hear me now? Okay. All right. So now I'm back. So this is what we're gonna be doing for the rest of the night. I'll be using this guy. So this is actually what happened, guys. When they was talking about the mutilation, what I did the report on, he was getting a lot of flack about it because they tried to say it was misrepresentation, but it was not misrepresentation at all. In fact, what he was basically saying is this. He was saying, listen, guys, you're making these decisions on these children to get these surgeries, and these surgeries are not healthy. You are destroying their genitalia because you're trying to make them something that they claim that they want to be, and they're not old enough to make those decisions. That's what he was trying to tell them. And people were getting their feelings because they tried to say that Rand Paul was crazy. So let's go back into this and let's play some more what he's talking about to these crazy folks to understand where he's coming from.
by late adolescents if not exposed to medical intervention and social affirmation. Dr. Levine, do you believe that minors are capable of making such a life-changing decision as changing one's sex?
Well, Senator, thank you for your interest in this question. Transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field with robust research and standards of care that have been developed. And if I am fortunate enough to be confirmed as the Assistant Secretary of Health, I would look forward to working with you and your office and coming to your office and discussing the particulars of the standards of care for transgender medicine.
The specific question was about minors.
Okay, so y'all, you hear this right, guys? Now he asking this woman this man, ain't no woman, excuse me. Rachel Levine's a man. The man, Rachel Levine, a simple question. You know, do you agree that these type of children making these decisions at that age, being mutilated like this, do you agree that that's a good thing to happen from a doctor's perspective? And the first thing this cat does and say is, you know, if you could go back to my office, we can discuss this. What? Why we need to go to your office when we're in the middle of making you a confirmation? You're saying you want to be confirmed as the assistant health and services, assistant health and services secretary, human health secretary. Excuse me. Yeah, human and health service secretary. What we got to do that for? We ain't got to do all that. Just answer the damn question. That's all you got to do. I mean, that's just crazy. Now we gonna jump in this and listen to some more of what dude is also is said in the rest of this clip.
Let's be a little more specific since you evaded the question. Do you support the government intervening to override the parent's consent to give a child puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and/or amputation surgery of breasts and genitalia? You have said that you're willing to accelerate the protocols for street kids. I'm alarmed that poor kids with no parents who are homeless and distraught, you would just go through this and allow that to happen to a minor. I would hope that you would have compassion for Kira Bell, who's a 23-year-old girl who was confused with her identity. At 14, she read on the internet about something about transsexual. She thought, well, maybe that's what I am. She ended up getting these puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones. She had her breasts amputated. But here's what ultimately she says now. And this is a very insightful decision from someone who made a mistake, but was led to believe this was a good thing by the medical community. I made a...
Now, on this clip here, I know y'all gonna hear this part, but he basically asking this lady about, this is what they were talking about, these orphans. There's a lot of orphans right now running around, kids in the street that do not have any kind of parents or guidance, who are confused. And so what they are basically doing is allowing these children, because of the trauma they've went through on the streets, to make these decisions to go up here and get the surgery. But what Rand Paul is saying, how are you going to let these minors make these decisions when you haven't even put them through the proper therapy to find out what they went through, if this really is something they're really deciding, or is this due to a trauma that has happened in their lives? Because children as adolescents do a lot of things and be wild and bold because they're young. Think about it. You got girls that are tomboys and dress like a boy for almost to they 21, 22 years old. And then one day they're like, you know what? I want to dress like a young lady and start putting on a dress and heels and everything else. You got young men who will act feminine till they get about 20 or 21, get around the right type of dudes, and all of a sudden they want to be masculine. They don't want to be that. They don't want to be coming off crazy. So there's a lot of things that people need to consider. Finish this up right quick on this part here.
Rash decision as a teenager, as a lot of teenagers do, trying to find confidence and happiness except now the rest of my life will be negatively affected, she said, adding that the medicalized gender transitioning was a very temporary, superficial fix for a very complex identity issue. What I'm alarmed at is that you're not willing to say absolutely minors shouldn't be making decisions to amputate their breast or to amputate their genitalia. For most of our history, we believe that minors don't have full rights and the parents need to be involved. So I'm alarmed that you won't say with certainty that minors should not have the ability to make the decision to take hormones that will affect them for the rest of their life. Will you make a more firm decision on whether or not minors should be involved in these decisions?
Senator, transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field. And if confirmed to the position of Assistant Secretary of Health, I would certainly be pleased to come to your office and talk with you and your staff about the standards of care and the complexity of this field.
So here she go again. Y'all see that every time the question is presented to her, all she want to do is let's talk in person. Let's talk in person. Why you want to talk in person so bad for? Just answer the question. You either support this type of behavior or you don't. It's not hard. It really not. It's a yes or no question. I tell you why she's doing this. She's doing this because she knows that if she would have came out and said, yes, I support these. Yes, I stand by the tweets, because she's even tweeted to some of this stuff that she agreed upon. And that has been brought to the light. You can research it yourself. She know that she would not have gotten confirmed. Or she would have got confirmed, she would have got so much of backlash that she would have been under a damn microscope. So that's why she played that.
Simply for COVID, we're not that these hormones are being used off-label. There's no long-term studies. We don't know what happens to them. We do know that there are dozens and dozens of people who've been through this who regret that this happened and a permanent change happened to them. And, if you've ever been around children, 14-year-olds can't make this decision. In the gender dysphoria clinic in England, 10% of the kids are between the ages of 3 and 10. We should be out. Someone's talking to a 3-year-old about changing their sex. I can't.
Thank you so much, Senator.
All right, so I'm going to stop it right there. He just basically put this lady in her place. I mean, real talk. And shout out to Rand Paul, man, because Rand Paul got a lot of crap for standing up to this woman. He really did. His party gave him a lot of shit. They were like, basically didn't want him to go and get in the context. Mitch McConnell, he's from Kentucky too. I don't think y'all got the same type of upbringing, my friend. I can tell this man got some gonads. Shout out to Rand Paul. So that was one of the biggest discussion of the day. Oh no, that ain't no lady, bro. We already know that. Rachel Levine is a man. I would never call her no lady. If you got a 5 o'clock shadow through makeup, you ain't no man. Sorry. No woman. You ain't no woman. You ain't no lady. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. You got a 5 o'clock shadow. You just ain't. All right. Now, the rest of the stuff, I'm going to free wing right quick because my wife is not doing too well this evening. And plus, myself, I told you about what I got going on with my family. So we both in kind of a somber mood. So the crime stories will be up tomorrow. I will do crime stories sometime in the afternoon tomorrow. between 12 and 1. I don't know yet. I probably have to post it. I'm going to try to shoot for a 1 or 2 o'clock time frame so we can all react and talk about some of this crime news that's going on my Joe's Crime Stories channel. She had it, bruh. I'm going by what she was legally born with. That is a male. I'm sorry. I will not call that no damn female. That is a male. You born a male, you're a male. Just same thing with a woman. I'm not here. I'm tired of this mess. Because when they die, guess what their birth certificate gonna say? Exactly what it's supposed to say. Male or female. All this binary, transgender. They said follow the science, right? I'm following the damn science. Science tell me male, female. And that's where we going. Now, getting back to the story at hand. You know what? I might just do that, bro. I might do that later. Hey, what up, man? Oh, man. How dare you? Hey, man, that's what I am. I do what I do, man. If people don't like it, they'll be all right. Anyway, get back to what I was saying. We're going to talk about Smith College. Now, remember I did this story. It's in my playlist about this girl back in 2018 in Smith College in Massachusetts. It's a prestige college. I think it's an Ivy League school. No, I wouldn't say Ivy League, but it is a really prestige college. But anyway, she was this girl goes to college. She's working as an assistant, whatever. She goes into the cafeteria to get something to eat. Well, she being an assistant, teacher's assistant, she is not supposed to be, any kids that are a teacher assistant or whatever are not allowed to eat to eat in the actual spaces, in the actual cafeteria. They are supposed to either eat back in their dorm or eat outside the cafeteria. So when she was told that, she said, okay, she'll do it. Well, first of all, when she went outside, the guy thought that the area where you're supposed to clean up around the cafeteria was empty, and he saw a individual outside. Now, the way this girl got her hair cut, she looks like a dude. I ain't gonna lie to you, she do. She looked like a young man. So he thought it was a young male that was just hanging out there. So he goes, he does the proper protocol. He gets somebody to verify that he's approaching the student, asking the student, if they're there or who they are, just doing normal procedure. When they went to encounter this girl busts out and said that the cop felt awkward. She felt awkward. Now, the cop apologized. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry. We did not know that you was an actual student. You was actually sitting here. I would just call this, check it out. Now, the janitor, who was hard of hearing, who's also black, had kept asking this black young lady, what I'm saying, what was she doing there? What was she doing there? What was she doing there? He couldn't hear. Well, you know how that goes. That victim card comes right out. She goes straight to Facebook, blasts everybody, says that the cafeteria worker ain't even talked to this girl now, is racist. She goes and say the cop was wrong for what he did, made her feel uncomfortable, and the janitor was also being fucked up too. Everybody involved in this equation with this girl, after talking and meeting with her and trying to mediate the situation, had to be suspended for 30 days, for 3 months with pay. Couldn't even come back on the campus. Now, since they have done their investigation, find out it was no damn racial involvement at all. But she mad because she's saying that they can't prove covert racism. I don't know. What you did was covert racism. The man asked you a question. They apologized to you. You didn't get hurt. You didn't get slammed on the ground. You didn't get arrested. and you went out here and made a big deal for nothing. You cost people their jobs, and now you even call the assistant administrator that works with the dean her job because of stress. Her lupus came back, and she had to resign because of that crazy victimhood shit. And so, yeah, I did the story. I know I got a lot of flack. A lot of people say I'm fucked up about it, but hey, I said what I said, and I stand by it because at the end of the day, that's just who I am. What's going on, Eric, man? Thank you for coming into the chat, bro. I appreciate y'all showing me the love, man. I really do. I'm glad our YouTube is jumping. Eric, definitely share the broadcast, share the broadcast. Thank you, my TikTok friends as well. Join it. Now, moving right along. Another story that I did that I got heat about was AOC saying that she wanted to get rid of Homeland Security and ICE. To the brother that tried to spew me down, even after I gave you documentation about what happened, it's okay, man. It's okay to be blind. I still love you, bro. I still pray for you. You know, usually I'm the type of dude that I'll blast you and make a meme about you and put a post. But I'm trying to live a better life now. You know, my wife trying to make me not be such an asshole. She's trying to make me be a nice, passive-aggressive asshole. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to be passive-aggressive. I'm going to pray for you. Maybe you'll see the light one day. But I'm not going to argue with you because it's a waste of my time. And the show in the hell is a waste of your time. Because if you believe in what you believe in, who am I to try to change it, right? Exactly. So shout out to you. Now, getting back to the next story, I'm going to wrap this up and end it from there. I'm just thinking about all the stuff that I talked about this week that you guys supported me on and gave me a whole lot of uplifting on. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting all the material, all the stories. I did not talk about the Biden and strike with Iraq that recently happened. Yeah, they do, bro. And the reason why I didn't talk about it because I'm not surprised. We already knew that this was going to happen. Every time that the establishment in the deep state, the real establishment in deep state takes over this country, we go and get into wars. We get into spats that don't make any sense. Now, this is what's going to make y'all blow your mind. What's going on with China and Taiwan, that beef they got, or any beef China got going on, we ain't going to get involved in that. You know why? You already know what the answer is. Because that's Joe's homies. We're not going to mess with that. I just think it's pretty hilarious that one day you said you're going to give Iran back their nuclear program, and then you turn around and blow the hell out of them a couple of days later. So are you still going to give them back the Iran nuclear program? And if you are, you know they're going to aim it at your ass, right? Our asses. You know you putting us in danger, right? I don't know, man. It don't make no sense to me. It's like a comedy show around here. It don't make no sense. I hope that you're not smart enough, not crazy enough, Joe. I know you got a little Alzheimer's going on a little bit to give these fools access to nuclear weapons after you done blew them up. I don't think that's gonna be a good move, partner. I'm just saying. That's like you shoot somebody in the leg with a gun and you be like, yo, take this gun. Just take it. This is yours now. Oh, you pointed at me? I gave you the gun. Oh, Jesus, help me. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. We got to watch to see that shit. But I do know that Kamala Harris on the low, it's been reported that she was upset because she was not in the loop when Crazy Joe decided to go out here and blow up Iran. So now you know they're going to push for them codes now. They're going to try to get them nuclear codes. Hey, Biden, you're going to have to give up those nuclear codes to Kamala Harris. She want to make the vice president want to be in the loop too. Keyword is saying they don't trust your crazy Alzheimer's ass. Oh man. So yeah, that's why I didn't talk about it. Well, I hope y'all guys enjoyed the show. I gave y'all an hour of my time with love and dedication. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. Whoever see the show, you're probably going to have to fast forward the first 8 minutes because we had some technical difficulties with my recording. But I tell you, I will do this mic next time. I will definitely have the mic. So with that being said, I want to tell everybody again, please donate to the $5 challenge. Also, too, follow me on OnlyFans, Joel Davis News and Views, Joel's News and Views on OnlyFans, Joel's News and Views on OnlyFans. Reason why I'm putting that out there on OnlyFans because Patreon is not letting conservatives have freedom of speech. I'm putting it out there. They're not. They're flagging your stuff. They're trying to make it liberal, and I ain't got time for that. So go to my OnlyFans, and I'm telling y'all now, if I can get the first 50 people to join and subscribe, we will start doing lives over there on Friday. All right? That way we all can grow, and then I will try to give back with everybody with prizes and stuff as soon as we get some subscriptions. But the only way I can do that, I got to get subscribers. Check out my Teespring. I got patriotic gear for days on both pages, on Streamlabs and Teespring. So go to both, get your merch, holla at your boy, because I got some good merch over there. So again, thank y'all for supporting the channel. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Good night. I am out.